morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Now, we are so close to being done step 43. If I'd have just kept at it for about another hour yesterday, we'd have been able to flip the page this morning. But we've got to get these, what do we got here? We got to find the M sprue and get a couple of spotlights to go on the C11 railings, which are right here. We just got to bend them at about 90 degrees. I'll be back, don't worry. Okay, the M sprue, there's 4 M sprues, and well, we'll move in and get a little bit closer, and we'll find our spotlights. And then I do believe that's it for 43. Now, yesterday, I was using the wrong CA glue. I was using the thin, and I think occasionally I was using the thin quick setting, which is even thinner yet. And that was a mistake. I should have been using the thick. I don't have any medium. I do, but I think it's gone all hard on me. What I do is I'll take some thick and I'll take some thin and I'll mix them together and I'll end up with medium, and that kind of works. Now this thick that I've got, I bought this from Lee Valley here in Winnipeg way back in, well, it was when I was turning pens down in the basement years ago, before I started this series. So this is old glue, but it still seems to work. I suppose there is it could be that in time the CA glue loses its ability to cure. But I do remember when I was using this glue in pen turning to glue the brass tube into the blank after I drilled it out, it would cure really fast when I'd use the activator. Anyway, I'm going to be doing that with this one, and we'll just give it a try. Okay, what else were we going to talk about? Oh, a funny thing happened. Remember the little applicator that I had on the end of this thing? Had it for, since way back in the Bismarck days. And I was trying to straighten it out or something, and I dropped it, and it landed on the floor. And I could not find it. It's still on the floor somewhere. It probably bounced its way into the carpet. I took my magnet thing here, and I sort of moved it around in the carpet. I thought, well, maybe it'd catch it. No. Okay. All right. Let's recompose here. Let's find our little searchlight, our M26, and well, I guess we need 2 of them. And let's get going, and let's be able to turn the page by the end of today. At least that's the plan. Yeah. Okay, M26. Now, looks like there's 2 on each sprue, so that means there's a total of 8 of these. Now, I have a faint recollection of putting a couple of these somewhere else in this build, but I'm not sure. You know, this is the 4th one of these models that I've made, and sometimes I'll be thinking that I did something on this model when actually it might have been, a previous one. Like it could have been the Hood, or it could have been the Rodney, or maybe even way back in the Bismarck. I think I can remember the Bismarck better than anything else because it was my first model, and I was paying a lot more attention. Okay, so we got to get 2 of these. Okay, there's one. Oh, by the way, these little pegs, we got to somehow mount this thing on that railing, and that railing does not have any, you might say, bracket or anything that's going to accommodate one of those little pegs. Okay, now the second one. Okay, I'll bet you some of you saw this coming. All right. I just love my macro lens. Now, okay, so this will be the front of it. You can see where I'm going to put a little dab of silver or something. Okay, let's get the sprue cleaned off of this. I'm not going to do it right now because I'll probably, cut way too close to the part. Nice detail on it, though. That's nice detail. Okay, I've got them. And what we're going to have to try to do here now is bend this. I'm probably going to use Andy's bender for this. Although I could use the photo etch plier as well. Now, one of the viewers, you can see these little pegs on the top here, or on the bottom, at least that's what we thought. We thought these little pegs were on the bottom, supposed to go on the bottom. That I'm touching right now. One of the viewers made a very interesting observation. He said, look at this part right here. And you can see that the pegs are clearly on the top, and yes, you can actually see that they're on the top here. Interesting. Yeah, did Trumpeter make a mistake when they drew this, or is it a case of maybe some go up and some go down, or I don't think it really matters. Okay, I'm going to grab Andy's bender here. And I imagine that the best place to try and put this little pin here is right where the bend is. I think that'll probably be the most stable. At least that's the plan. Now you can see that this part is not symmetrical. In other words, the center post is more to the left than to the right. So that means that it's going to go on a piece of decking that is not, well, you know what I'm trying to say, I think. Okay, so let's take a look at that piece of decking. Although, mind you, maybe what we could do is just cut these posts off, and maybe I should do it a little bit differently because this thing's liable to go pinging off into oblivion on me. So let's try and find on the deck exactly where it is that it has to go, and then we'll know which way to put the spotlight. Would it go up here or would it go up here? Okay, this is where it goes, and from my perspective I can see that this side right here is considerably shorter than this side right here. So when I make my bend, I'm going to want to have it so that the bend, like there's going to be a middle post, I want to make sure that the bends happen on this side of that post, not this side. At least that's my thinking on it. Well, let's just do it. Okay, I think it'd be a lot easier to try and cut these off now before we bend it. Now, this one up here looks like it's been partially removed already. Now, I don't want to go too high because then I'm gonna... Did I get it? Did I take anything off? Well, it's so close. Okay. How am I going to get that? Just go up against the edge like this. Okay. I almost need my microscope to do this. If I go too high, I'm going to nip the corner off, and then the rail won't have any support. Okay, I think I got it. Now it's stuck to my finger. All right, now the other one. Okay, I think I did pretty good there. Like I say, I almost need the microscope. Okay, we'll use one of Gabe's swabs here as a push stick. Guess we gotta open that up just a little bit. Now remember, this is the short side, and we're gonna want to bend these rails on this side of this post. At least that's the plan. There is no folding line on this. So what I'm going to try to do is put the breaker bar right down on the post so that the post will not bend up. I think I basically got it here. Is it maybe too far in? It's not quite straight. So I'm just going to bring it back out so I can see it better. That's not bad. Okay, let's just bring our breaker bar right down on there. Not too tight or I'll nip it off. Okay, now we'll bring our razor blade in. Should be able to get it underneath there, and we're going to go up at about 90 degrees. Whoops. Can't seem to get in there. Why is that not staying in? That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Now I think that if I'm smart, I'm going to try this on the deck before we bend the other one. Yeah, let's just do that. But you can see here where the railing is. The railings are bent on this side of this center post, not on this side. At least that was my plan. Okay, this is not a piece of pizza. We don't have to spin it around and around. It's a beautiful day outside. You can hear the kids outside with their basketball. Now I can let go of it without knocking it off. Oh, it twisted. Now I know it's been suggested that I grab it from the top rail and have the tweezer coming down, but right now it's kind of awkward to do that. I might do that later. I just want to see if I hook it in behind. I can't get my tweezer out of there. Oh, this is okay. Now can I push it around? Something like this. Now, just let me see if I can come in from the top here without breaking off the antennas and stuff like that. See, that's the problem. There's so much stuff almost directly above this. That's why I come in from the side like this. It's almost like this is too big. This doesn't seem to want to fit in there, and otherwise it's gonna fall off the deck. I'm probably gonna have to do this off camera so that I can, get more in front of it. I'm gonna have to come up with another idea here. Okay, here's a mistake that is so easy to do, and I did it again. When I was taking this part off of the deck, the tweezers were somehow stuck in here, and when I released the tweezer, they spread, and so now consequently I'm a little bit askew, you might say. So what I've got to do now is I think the best way to grab this will be to straighten this will be to grab this good part that's not bent using the Tamiya nipper, pliers I mean, not nipper, and then just sort of pry this other piece over. Now this is something that's going to be kind of hard to do on camera, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it off camera, and I'll show it to you when I'm done, hopefully. Don't know if I can fix this little kink right here that I'm just touching up in the corner. It's, I guess once it's all painted and got the spotlight mounted on it, we're not going to see it anyway, but still, it's kind of annoying. Okay, like I said, it's going to be kind of hard to do on camera here. I wonder if I can do it on camera. See if I could just give it a little push like this. Okay, let's lay that down. Does it look like I more or less got it there? And then, yeah, it's pretty much, except for that top one. Maybe if I use the other Tamiya, bend this over a little bit. Use the other Tamiya nipper. I think this one's just too wide to get in there. But my new one that I just bought, well, just maybe a year ago now, I guess, eh? Okay, where is it? Okay, here we go. This is a lot more delicate, you might say. Now if I could just grab this up in here like this and squeeze this. I'll pull it off gently. I think I'm slowly getting it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it off camera. I'm sorry. There's just only so much I can do here. Yeah. Now, can you believe it? It is 1:23 in the afternoon already, and I was so sure we were going to turn the page today. Now, as far as our railing goes, we are almost back to normal, except for the fact that I've scratched a lot of paint off of it. But at least it's basically straightened out. But I gotta try and pick this up and glue it right so that this peg is going to be in that corner. I'm wondering if maybe it would be easier to do if I just sort of laid it down like this, and I come back here, and don't fall in the hole whatever you do. That might be a bit of a problem. Maybe I should be putting tape over this hole and this one. Okay, now just let me get my gimpy finger in there. Now the corner is obviously facing out, so I've got this upside down. It should go like this, and wouldn't you know, it doesn't want to go like that. Well, there, nope, that's not it either. Okay, if I could just get that something like this. Okay, kind of like that. Only I'd like to have it so that I wonder if I should be using the helping hands. That's a good idea. Maybe if I was to put the railing in a pair of tweezers and then have it in the helping hands, and then use maybe well, I'd have to use CA glue, obviously. But you can sort of see how it has to go, only as near as I can tell, I'm pretty sure this is the front where the lens is, or is it the other way? No, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to represent the front, like a spotlight. But I could be wrong. Maybe the wide area is the. Yeah, it almost looks better. I don't know. You know what? Nobody's going to see it anyway, are they? Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this mounted in the helping hands. That might work better, because it's just going to be too awkward to try and do it on a flat surface like this. Okay. Now, I'll try and get this thing turned around. I'm just doing a dry run here. Which would be the front? That side? Or this side? You know what? I think I was wrong before when I was saying that hole, you paint that to make it look like the lens, but I think that maybe it should be this wide side out, which won't happen here. See if I can grab it with the tweezers somehow. Like I say, I'm just doing a dry run. Anyway, today is a civic holiday in Winnipeg, and that means that the Honda motor scooter place is closed. And right now I'm kind of leaning towards what we call here in North America the Metropolitan. It's only 49 cc's. It's affordable. There's a lot of things against it, or at least one of the main things that's against it as far as I'm concerned is it does not have disc brakes front and back. It's just got the old-fashioned drum brakes, which are probably fine. But like I say, it's a lot less money than some of the other makes that might be a little fancier. Okay, I've got to try and figure out how to. Okay, if I was to put a little bit of CA right in that little V area, and maybe come in from a different angle. Oh, sure, I dropped it. Okay, wonder if I was to hold it like this. Could I get it to go? Or would it be better if I was to have the railing possibly a little bit more vertical, you know, instead of leaning back as bad as it is? Well, I guess it's not leaning toward, as far as you're concerned, it's leaning towards you. But if I was to have the railing more this way, straight up and down, then I could sort of drop this into place. So I think I'm going to just recompose here and see what would happen. I was noticing a moment ago, it looks like I've got a piece of dust. It would be right there on my sensor. And the way you notice that is when you move something around in the background, and the dust will stay there. I'm pretty sure if I was to move the camera a little bit, see if I can very gently move it here. Yeah, okay, you see the camera is moving, but the dust is staying in the same place on the image sensor. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Not a big deal. I just thought I'd mention it because I knew if I didn't, somebody else would. So yeah, it's not that I don't notice these things. It's just that sometimes I kind of hope they'll go away. Now, what we're going to want to do here. All right, just let me get something that I can get some CA glue out of this thing right there. Okay. What I've got going here is one of Gabe's swabs. I've got this in a pair of tweezers, and I'm going to try and get some CA thick just on the end there. Now don't let go of it and don't knock it out of the tweezer. Do I really need any more? I'm pretty sure that should be enough. Now this is the thick, so it's not going to set right away. Now let's just, don't let go of it, don't let go of it, don't let go of it. I have to remember to keep squeezing. Now, I think I got it. I think I got it on the first try. Okay. Now, I hope that doesn't slowly want to slump. It almost looks like it's leaning back just slightly there. If I could just move it ahead. Maybe I better, let me just check the monitor. No, it's pretty straight. I'm just going to get a little bit of okay, we'll let this just let this wick its way. I think that should do it. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, I can reinforce it later. Let's let that cure. I think we did good. I think we did good. Hey Google, what's the weather forecast for Winnipeg this afternoon?
The forecast this afternoon in Winnipeg is 26 degrees and partly cloudy. Currently it's 26 degrees and partly cloudy.
Well, in my backyard, it's 32.4. I want to go biking. What can I say? Let me get these off here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow. Now, I had forgotten, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have a coffee visitor, and today is Monday, so I guess I'm not going to be going biking right away. But what we do have is an interesting sunrise. At least I thought it was interesting. Something happened that we haven't seen in the sunrises before. Yep, something rose other than the sun. You should get to see it, all being well. I haven't actually edited it out yet, but we'll see how it goes.